Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. What's going on, freaks? Why'd you call me a freak, Gray? What does that mean? I'm not a freak. Well, you are to me, all right? That's what we... All right. So there's going to be a press conference here in 30 minutes. So if somebody can... let's get a good link or something. So send me an email, grayhuze2@gmail.com, something on Facebook. You know, like a Facebook live stream. I mean, we'll get one. I just want to have as many options as possible, you know. So... I don't know what the press conference is going to be about. Hopefully it's an update of progress or like charges filed or something like that. But I had somebody email me earlier that said, let's see, let me go here. So it says the godparents have basically raised Audrey, and the dad just recently got physical custody. See, again, doesn't it sound a lot like the Montgomery? The mom lost custody because of drugs. That's exactly what everybody thought. And she tried to kidnap her before. So that's probably why Don was trying to set the mom up. He did not live in the house with them. He lived in an RV on the property. Dad and Grandma live in the house, and the dad was home the night before she went missing, so it doesn't look like she was killed the day before. He claims Audrey came to his RV that morning and asked for a ride to school. Everyone in that neighborhood says that she never had a ride to the bus, as she walked every morning by herself. So there you go. Hey, thanks, Jiggy Eaglin. And Papa Squatch, thank you. I don't know if you guys are, like many of you watched the beginning of my show last night, but I've had a theory for a couple days now that Cassie, the mother, was also intended to be killed. I think after assaulting Audrey, he wanted the mom to show up, kill her, and hide them, and make it look like she abducted her and never to be found again. And the trail would have all led to Cassie based on the text message exchange. I mean, that was actually pretty clever if it had worked out. Like if Cassie had shown up and he killed her. Remember, because they were supposed to meet to go fishing. And he killed her and Audrey, let's say. And he hid their bodies. And then you show, well, look, I brought him over here and I dropped her off and the mom was over there and I left. You know? I mean, that would absolutely... It probably would work even, you know? That is, the motive is just abduction. What do you mean motive, though? Man, did you hear what I said? I mean, what are you talking about? Wow. He was going to kill, you mean, Watson puzzle. You know, it's weird. This channel, I don't accept people if you type in the weird sort of algorithm buzz phrases. Like if you want to type in unalived, go somewhere else. All right, we don't do that here. Yeah, let's see. This is like we're a real true crime channel that actually uses the actual words. You know, it's weird. I know it's weird. You know, but when you hear somebody use unalive, that means they've caved into some weird ideology shit, and we're not doing that. And we don't say essayed and crap like that. We literally just use the real terms. So, hey, feel free to just type in what you think. Now, Google or YouTube might actually, you know, not let you type something in, but that's not me doing that. Hopefully he doesn't make it long in prison. Not sorry. Now, it's never too cold to fish unless there's ice on top of the river. But that has nothing to do with anything. He just said he told her in the text message exchange that he would, under the guise of being a fishing trip, she could meet her daughter. And I bet you what happened is it didn't turn out where he could make that video and just sort of, I don't know. I mean, I think the best plan would have been for him to have killed both of them, and it made it look like she abducted her own child based on the text messages. But, he could have also just been doing it to have another option for police to look at and not necessarily kill somebody else. And, we don't know for sure that anybody's killed, but it feels like that, It seems pretty ominous the way the sheriffs talk, etc. Thank you, Stacy Cole. Yeah, so hey, Watson's puzzle, feel free just to type in normal words, okay? Just letting you know. Yeah, I know, I looked him up 2 days ago on the show, Bella Vita. It's like his arrest records and charges are massive. I mean, he goes on. And there's 2, at least that I could find, that are regarding minors. So, he's not... And I think what's going on in this case is, people go, he was arrested on unrelated charges. Well, he was arrested because of this case, right? Everybody knows that. The charges were something they probably left on the books, something somewhat minor, although they can call it's assault with a deadly weapon, but they were like, yeah, just keep that one out on the books, because at any time, this is a dangerous person here. He might commit a crime, and we're going to need to bring him in. So they often leave these little charges on the books. Now, it could be something that he just did. I don't know. But make no mistake, he was arrested and scrutinized because of this case right here. Yeah, I was wondering if maybe they found her, something like that. And if you were looking at here, if this is literally where McDougal was at this boat ramp here, telling police that he put her in the water right here, the water flows this way, and right off the bat, let me see what time of year this is. This is December, so of 2023. That's crazy. That's just a couple months ago, but this is what it looks like. So it's probably about that same height. But look at right in here, you've got a bunch of snags and places where, a body might not continue to flow downstream. And then down here it's wide open, cutting across different banks and moving around, But even in here there's snags, so this would be a spot too, especially since in this place, I know this is just kind of like, oh man, that's a sad thing to talk about, but true crime isn't a You know, it's not some, you know, sunshine and lollipops. You know, this is like a real thing where you look at things just like this. We've done it in other cases. Remember that kid that disappeared in that college town? And we went around through all the different snags and stuff, and we were pretty close to where you ended up being found. They thought maybe something else happened, but then he was found in the river. And that's just kind of the way it is, you know. I'm hoping, though, that miraculously she's still alive somewhere. You know, I mean, that would be incredible. It would make my day. Yeah. There's alligators. Yeah, I guess Texas has some. It's not like Louisiana or anything. Yeah, there's a press conference coming up in 20 minutes. So let me see if did anybody send me a. Okay, that's not Facebook though. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's at 1. Well, it's in 20 minutes. Well, of course they detained his truck, yeah. Well, I know that I've already got a link to a website that had it. The one that you sent is a different site, so maybe I have an option for 2 of them. But it should be on Facebook, you would think. What's the name of the sheriff department there? Anybody? I can probably go there and get it. Yeah, it's also on KHOU. That's one we used last time. Let's see. Polk County, Texas Sheriff. Okay. Yeah, that's Oregon. See, like every state has a Polk County. It's crazy. Let's see it there. All right. Well, anyways, for a recap, there's probably people that aren't really aware of what was going on here. So right in this house right here, this is where Joshua Cunningham, I guess, lived. Right in that house. And apparently, during school days, Audrey would come out and walk that direction and go to a school bus. And the listed school bus in the area, the one technical, like the established school bus stop, is right in this spot. Now, I don't see a sign or anything like that, but this is where apparently, and like it even has like a slow children right there, which I find really offensive. They could have used something like, you know, mentally delayed or, you know, something like that. But instead they said slow children. That's just not cool. And if you don't know me, that was dry humor right there. Anyway, so this is where the bus stop was, right in this area. But the way the bus would come in, it would come in like this. I have to actually tell people that, because they'll say, no, it means like slow down for kids, Gray, you bastard. Yeah, so right here it comes around, and I think the bus would come in and do a loop right around inside, just like this, because the bus can't turn around on that little street there. So it would come in, and I wouldn't be surprised at all, yeah, you know, being that she would go to a neighbor's house to catch the bus, that the bus wasn't right in this area. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It was right there. But she never made it onto that bus. And there's a text message exchange with Dawn, the babysitter, slash psycho, slash just career criminal barbarian, right? I mean, just a monster, who is the roommate. I guess he lived in a trailer. So if we zoom in, let's see if we can see the... you know, maybe right there, maybe. It's kind of a weird property, though. Maybe there's a trailer right there. It's hard to... Let me go down the street view. I'll tell you what year it is. That's May of last year. Second. Maybe from like that angle you might be able to see something if you turn to the right. Yeah, so that's like a barn on that property. So anyways, around that corner, I mean, you can see something right here. That looks kind of, that could be a trailer, you know, one of those small ones right there. And so there's a text message exchange between Don Stephen McDougal, I think he's 42 years old, and the mother, Cassie, of Audrii. And basically what he was doing was trying to say how, wow, man, the cards are stacked up against you. Hold on a second. The cards are stacked up against you, and you're going to, you know, they're making you look like a monster. Hey, do you want to see her? You know, trying to get her to really want to see her daughter and explain things. And they set up something where they were supposed to meet up the next day with Audrii. And he kept saying, I'll take her to school before the... I'll take her to school in the morning. And she goes, well, you mean after school? Yeah, I'll take her to school in the morning. No, you mean after school. I mean, he just kept saying before school. And it's amazing because that's exactly when something happened. And he was supposed to show a video of Audrii to Cassie so that proving that she really wanted to see her mom. So I felt like in that text exchange that Cassie was a good mom, the way she was saying. She didn't want to affect Audrei's, you know, make her feel worse or bad, and wanted to really know if she wanted to see her. I'm not saying she's the mother of the year or anything like that. I mean, obviously her behavior prior is what put, you know, is part of the reason the daughter's in this crazy situation with, you know, taken care of by just a horrible father, apparently. I mean, just, how are you allowing this guy to be, like, anywhere near your children? It's crazy. Yeah, I guess I don't really know the circumstances, but I really can't find something to, you know, make an excuse for him. But anyways, after that, you know, the intel that the police got, they ended up over here and they found Cassie's backpack. I mean, not Audrei's backpack right here. And I think this might have been a spot where Cassie was supposed to show up too. And I think if Audrii isn't alive right now, dead, then I think that he was going to kill Cassie too and make after the fact. So after he did what he wanted to do with Audrii, he was going to kill Cassie and make it look like she abducted her daughter based on the text message exchange. Does that make sense? Anyways, a backpack was found right here. Then this route right here, it makes sense from here. He drives around, and then the FBI was searching in right below this bridge right here and collected items. Then another individual, one of the... I forgot his name, but he's a, and you can type it in if you want. He's on the ground, boots on the ground guy. He said he was right in this area and he saw McDougal get out of a vehicle and point into the water. And he's wearing a striped shirt, jail outfit, and you know. So if you could look at it like that, as kind of a route where he's dumping items, and then finally. You know, like the backpack is maybe left here intentionally to throw people off. And then he put something over here. But I mean, that's kind of weird that he would dump items if he's trying to make it look like, you know, well, no, but that plan failed though, right? So he wasn't able to kill, he wouldn't have been doing the dumping of the items had he killed Cassie. That plan failed though, so now he puts a backpack over there as a head fake. Another item over here, and then puts her body in this river, which isn't, is way downstream from here, interestingly. So like right here, if you continue it around, it goes right down here underneath that bridge. Anyways, so that's kind of where we're at currently. Yeah, we saw the tattoo one. Yeah. I mean, she just puts a. I didn't play it on the show, but she's just sort of. She's putting a tattoo on McDougal's back, and she's like, probably around the age she is now. It doesn't seem that old. Much older than she looks in some of the images. Maybe a year ago or something. So, anyways, let's see if we can get this live stream somewhere. Okay. I guess that's Facebook.
Some panko bread.
All right, you guys send the live stream link, somebody. We've got one, but we don't really know if that one's going to work or not. We'll stream it live. Okay.
And right now, police are asking for your help to find 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham. Here are 3 things we know about her disappearance right now. First, Audrii was last seen on Thursday morning when she was dropped off at the bus stop before school, but she never made it onto the bus. Investigators also think that this blue, dark 2003 Chevy Suburban is involved in her disappearance. And that car belongs to this man, 42-year-old
really
Don
dirty.
Stephen McDougal, who was identified.
The car is really dirty, too. I don't see the spot up here where it says live, like normal. Do you? Don't see it. It always feels good when you see people, you got a video feed going where there's people already setting up shop. Huh. Live stream will be shortly. Okay, so that's not a live stream on there yet. We'll see. So what do you guys think? Don't you think that's pretty... the mother has absolutely nothing to do with anything. And I don't think the father has anything to do with anything. I think that this... Okay, here we go. Oh man, it was... Hold on. I see people moving around. Alright, so it doesn't look like I can zoom in, but I can... It doesn't allow you to make that bigger. That is a live feed right there, though. So let me try... I can do something here. Hold on. I'm going to move over to a whole different... monitor full. Okay. I can probably go something like this. Look at that, man. That's why you guys pay me the big bucks. Man. Come on! Yeah, anyways. Doesn't look that clear, but hey, at least it's right there, right? That's a live feed, so let's see. Hopefully the audio isn't okay today, everybody. All right, so but Rest assured, I have the ability to turn up the audio, the levels for you guys. And by the way, if you're out there and you want to help support the Grant Hughes Investigates YouTube channel and put a message on the screen, you know, use the super chat option. And also know that I do donate a large portion of the income that comes into the channel. And the freaks will tell you when I say large portion, it's not like a euphemism when people go, oh yeah, we give it's a massive amount of money. So 57 or 8,000 last year, 62 the year before that. Well, we just gotta hope the audio comes in. Hello, 867-5309. Notice how she emphasized the O. She says hello like that, you know, not hello. Thank you, Angel Fire. No message though. I don't see a message. I mean, that's what super chats are really actually for in general, is to, like, you put a super chat and then there's a message that the person doing the show reads. Alright, well, this is happening in 4 minutes. Hopefully we have a backup. Here, you have already heard it, but wanted to see if you... Huh?
One Lakeside Drive. It's going to be for a missing person. Caller states her 11-year-old granddaughter was dropped off at the bus at about 7 a.m. this morning and never made it on the bus and has not been seen since. 826. Female is about approximately 4'11", 86 pounds, blonde long hair, blue eyes, last seen wearing a dark colored jacket.
83-710-8.
Good. Public service you, her address and his phone number.
What time does this call?
1700.
A missing juvenile called in from the county. They want us to check that address.
Hold on. I just lost that. Ah, there we go. Whew. Yeah, that was WNC Granny just sent me that. The grandmother is the one that called it in. And this is on click2houston.com. Well, how would he not know? Slapstick, 1973. And if he didn't know, he is absolutely irresponsible, because if you just look at the guy, something isn't quite right. Wouldn't you be curious? Hey, thanks, Sandy Shirley. Well, Gray, when I look at you, I think the same thing, you bastard. Okay, well, I don't feel like I look like Don or anything like that. I don't have the 17,000 tattoos and arrest record as long as an encyclopedia. In fact, I have 0. I know that's boring as hell. I don't have any street cred, everybody. I have no arrest record. Ah, Jesus. I'm not watching your show again, you bastard. Right, Gummo? Okay, are you going to... Yeah, I mean, I don't have a swastika tattoo. I mean, the guy's a freaking psycho, you know? There's really no defending... you know, this is another child that had almost no chance in life, given the, you know, through no fault of her own. Like, for example, if you would put her, just like in Montgomery's case, in a adopted family of 2 great parents, she probably would be the brightest star you'd ever, I mean, just running around doing great things. Instead, she's in a home with just, nothing going, nothing working. Hey, thanks, Tawny Lee. Cuckoo Banana, how do you know that? Yeah, how do you know that they went on vacations? If you missed what I said earlier, I said that the godparents had basically raised her, and the dad just recently got physical custody. He probably did it for the money element of it. The mom lost custody because of drugs, and she tried to kidnap her before, so that's probably why that dude was trying to set the mom up. He did not live in the house with them. He lived in an RV on the property. Dad and the grandma live in the house, and the dad was home the night before she went missing, so it doesn't look like she was killed the night before. What's interesting, because he was trying to sell his vehicle the night before, right? He claims Audrey came to his RV that morning and asked for a ride to school. Yeah, that's total bullshit right there. Well, I wonder where they went vacationing. I can't even come up with a joke. It's just, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's not just, it just didn't happen. There's not something, even using the term, I don't buy it, isn't right. You literally just have to say, that didn't happen. All right, so let's see if there's going to be any audio here. I hope so. Let me see what this is. Is that the same thing? Yeah. Oh, ooh. God. See, the thing is there is audio here, but you can't click it. Ah, shit. Hold on. Man, that would have been a travesty. Hold on. See, look at it. You can't hit the freaking... Hold on.
Download the Storm Tracker
Jesus.
app. It's
Okay.
free. You'll get weather alerts wherever you are, sent straight to your phone. Weather updates from the Storm Tracker team, live radar, your hour-by-hour forecast, and more.
Just search KPRC in your app store.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Well, that's his Firefox. Chrome wasn't working. Man, that would have sucked. Glad I thought of that right at the last second. Because now the volume's up high. Can I do this too then? And then go back to the... Yes. So hold on. And now we can watch it like that. It should be clear. Timothy comes in and says, "It's my birthday, everybody. I want everybody to recognize it's my birthday."
Well, who gives a damn, Gray?
Well, what do you mean, who gives a damn? It's his birthday. Sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Timothy Cecil. Happy birthday to Timothy Cecil. Happy birthday, dear Timothy Cecil. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Hey, thanks, John Boy.
No problem, Mary Lou.
Well, there you go. Happy birthday, Timothy Cecil. Happy birthday. Not too bad, Mary Lou. Not too bad.
Hey, thanks, Gray.
Yeah, no problem. It's my birthday! Man, I've never seen anybody just come in and, hey! Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Chrome has problems sometimes. It's weird. So this isn't Chrome here. And it looks like the audio's up full blast. And we have the full screen here. Should be good. This is the other one. It's so this is Click to Houston. Oops. Oh wait, Click to Houston went full screen too? That's not full screen. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, it's this one. Okay. What the hell is this? And by the way, we're the Freak family are Grady Judd fans. He's the guy that said.
You know, that's just one step above stupid.
He's the guy that said.
Have you lost the last 3 brain cells, or do you just have cabbage for brains?
He said.
Did you hear what I said? Come on, man. What's wrong with you? This guy may be like the dumbest person on the face of the earth. There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp.
That's my favorite line that he ever said. He was describing how they went in the woods and found a dead body, but he said,
there's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp.
That's the greatest.
5 brain cells, 4 aren't working. Stupid is being nice. You're an absolute moron.
See? He says all those things in his press conferences. I mean, how can you not love that guy? He feels like it's like a kindred spirit, you know? Gosh, Gray, just because Grady Judd does it doesn't mean you have to. Hey, well, you know what? I've been doing the show a long time, and before we even watched Grady Judd, I sounded exactly the same. Oh, you got the elf on the shelf? Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, people are ready here. We'll see. You can see it's live. I mean, there's people moving around on the reflections over here. The audio's up full blast, so they must have turned the mic off while we're waiting. Oh, they were? Oh. Thanks, Danielle. Well, they just kept saying it over and over again. They made it sound like they knew for sure. I saw last night someone was confusing another girl found in Texas in a motel. Yeah, but how do you confuse something like that? I mean, it didn't say Audrey was found in a hotel. That's right, James. That's right. Yep, we're just hurrying up and waiting here. They're being fashionably late. Hey, thanks, Pixie Blue. We also had a couple other sheriffs. This is what one said here. I like this one a lot. Listen.
Evil can never be dead enough.
Yeah, so people were bitching about how the cops kept shooting this killer over and over again. He got shot like 20 times, and he said,
evil can never be dead enough.
That's the exact answer. Who cares? I mean, what are you supposed to do? Why does killing somebody with 3 bullets make it different than with 20? I mean, it's the same thing, right? And then another sheriff said this one.
And some of you, you make shit up.
And you can apply that to a lot of the YouTubers out there. All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on, make sure there's audio there. Ah, there we go. Looks like it's coming on to one side.
Good afternoon. My name is Lieutenant Craig Cummings, Texas Department of Public Safety. Today we're here to provide some updates on the search for 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham, who went missing on Thursday of last week. I'm also joined by Polk County Sheriff Byron Lyons and Polk County District Attorney Shelley Sitton. I want to say that investigators are following active leads based on tips and evidence that we have gathered. The videos submitted to investigators by the community have been very helpful. We're looking for and asking the public's help for additional video on FM 3126 that shows the highway. This video would have been on Thursday, February 15th, between 6:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. So again, that's video from FM 3126 on Thursday, February 15th, between 6:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. that shows the highway. I also want to announce the Polk County Crime Stoppers reward has been increased to $10,000 for information leading to the arrest and prosecution of the person responsible for Audrii's disappearance. We are asking the public, based on the evidence that we have been getting right now, to stay away from Scenic Loop FM 3277 unless you have a need to be there. That is a potential point of interest in this investigation. We've had a lot of people driving down there. Please stay away. Let the investigators do what they are doing and our volunteers what they are doing so that we can bring Audrii home. We also want to say that we're thankful for the Polk County District Attorney's Office for their continued legal advice as they provide that to investigators in this continued search for Audrii. The investigators have given McDougal, who was arrested Friday on an unrelated charge, several opportunities to cooperate, and we remain hopeful that he will begin helping in this case. Now, we also want to address some rumors.
Yeah, so who's the guy pointing in the water?
That have been circulating.
Let's see if that clears that up.
McDougal is not required to register as a sex offender. We would refer you to the various counties that prosecuted McDougal for inquiries regarding his criminal history. And we also want to say that McDougal resides in a camper behind the residence where Audrii lives with her father, grandparents, and other family.
I say that was accurate.
The family does have a relationship with McDougal. And with that, I want to turn it over to Polk County Sheriff Byron Lyons for some remarks for him before we open it up for questions.
I think that's the camper right there.
Good afternoon. Since Audrii was reported missing, we have been working with investigators and volunteers, doing everything we can to bring Audrii home. Unfortunately, I've had bronchitis and it has impacted my ability to speak. So that is why I want to say first thank you to the Department of Public Safety and to the FBI for assisting me with the social media and my media briefings. I also want to take a moment to thank all the investigators and the volunteers and members of the community who are working to bring Audrii home. The outpouring of support from the tips and from the videos and the donations of food and water has just been inspiring. As a community, as a county, as a state and a nation, the search for Audrii has brought out some of the most exceptional people that I have come to know. I have been in contact with the family, and they want everybody to know that they thank you and they appreciate all the prayers and how you've kept Audrii and them in your hearts. And they just ask that you continue to pray for them and Audrii's being able to bring her home. And I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has helped in this case. Any other questions?
You mean unethical, JJ?
He was supposed to be taking her to the dropping off at the bus stop, and we do feel at this point that he was the last person who seen Audrii.
Did he do that regularly? Did he take her to the bus stop every day? Was that something that he routinely did?
There has been information found that there were some occasions that he did drop her off at the bus stop, or even take her to school if she missed the bus.
There's rumors flying about that McDougal has confessed. Would you address that rumor?
McDougal has not confessed. He has been talking with some of the investigators, but at this point in time, he has not confessed.
Why don't they ask if he was the one at the water?
You know, and that's kind of why, one of the reasons that we're asking for the videos. We're trying to piece together a timeline of where he's been and the travel that he took, the roadways that he took. So this area is just one that's in particular that we can say that we know that he was in. And so we're making sure that we do extensive search of those areas. But the problem is that when we have a lot, and I know that people are concerned and people want to help, but a lot of time when we bring too many people into an area, it hinders our efforts in being able to try to find and locate evidence.
Do you guys know if that was Audrey's backpack that was found near the dam?
We feel strongly today that that backpack that was found is a high probability that it's going to be Audrey's.
Meaning it is her. Well, of course they searched the camper. What the hell are you talking?
We do feel as though we are investigating a criminal investigation, and at this point in time, as we conduct our investigation, we are not leaving out or adding in any just charges. We are investigating the evidence as if we find any, and then we'll let that be determined. You know, once we get all the evidence put together on what charges, if any, will be filed. And be honest with you, I don't know. I can't answer that right now because it's in another county. The only thing that I've been able to find out that it was not something that they were able to require him to register for as a sex offender.
Have you taken McDougal to the dam or the Trinity River since he's been arrested?
There have been some occasions where, on one occasion where we have taken McDougal, that he agreed to,
so that was real.
work with us,
okay,
and has taken us to certain locations.
She lives around water. Have you checked the water around her house?
That's interesting. So that was real.
No. And see, one of the things in our investigation, when we conduct investigation, we want to make sure that we try to capture a good timeline. So even if we're looking at a projected time, say if it's 7, we still want to go to back up, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, because we want to know exactly what the individual or suspects may have been doing up until that point. Someone asked about water around the house.
Around the house. Has that area been searched?
Okay. That was the first area on the night that she was reported missing. Volunteers came together with law enforcement. That was the first area the subdivision searched.
Sheriff, do you believe...
No. We're going to take it 6:45 is when we felt like she went missing.
Do you believe that Audrey is still alive?
Interesting.
I'm hoping and praying that she's still alive. I am not giving up hope that we'll be able to bring Audrey home. So, yes, I am hoping that she yet is still alive. And we're going to work just as hard
everybody hopes
to make
that,
sure that we do everything that we can to try to bring her home.
Has McDougal been cooperative? Is he speaking with investigators?
Okay, we've got a couple questions at a time.
Is McDougal being cooperative? Is he speaking with investigators? Is he not talking?
When you say is he being cooperative, I think that Mr. McDougal, he is what he's doing on occasions. He will, and I use that word cooperate lightly, but he is somewhat, working and talking with the investigators. But we are very cautious on the information that he's giving.
Are you guys able to count on GPS?
I would say this, that there are, at this point, Mr. McDougal is our main person of interest, but we are not ruling out anyone else who may be or involved or may not be involved. We are not just honing in on just this one individual. We're making sure that we're covering all stones.
This guy's good at saying all the right things.
I anticipate that if the evidence presents itself that proves that Mr. McDougal has committed an offense or crime, that charges will be filed in him in Polk County. So in speaking with the Rangers, we're just asking them, hey, take us to where, in any places that you think or where you may have been. And so he has done that on one occasion. Okay, and kind of like I addressed in my opening statement, is that I am so grateful for those who have came out and volunteered, raised their hands to want to participate. And yes, the volunteers have been great and have been very valuable to us. But one of the things that we have to do is that we have to limit and we have to make sure that we don't overdo it. Because remember, we are yet still, while we try to bring Audrii home, we are yet still making sure that if there's evidence or if there's anything that we need to capture or anything that we need to be able to retain, we want to make sure that we don't have so many people that we damage or destroy evidence at the time. So the way we are today, we had the volunteers meeting over at Tigerville's Park. And then as we needed them, we would send an officer over to get those folks and then take them into an area to help search. At this time right now, we don't want to share locations that he's taken us to, other than to say that there are multiple places of interest that we have gone to and have made searches, and I'm sure before this day is out, we'll be searching other locations. And really, when it comes down to it, I wasn't there with those officers, and so I can't answer.
But if you're showing her them places of interest, isn't that sort of confessing? You know what I mean? Like,
no.
So he's not claimed to be dropped off at the school bus.
The only thing at this point in time right now that I can speak to for sure is going to be that backpack.
So do you think he's given you false leads?
You know, and that's the thing, is that we have to just continue to work all the leads that he's presenting to us. Whether or not they're false or not, it depends upon how it works out and how.
But the fact that he's giving leads is a confession, right?
Have you talked with Audrii's dad?
We are working with every tool made available to us, whether it be cell phone, whether it be video, which has been an awesome tool for us. We are using every tool made available to us to try to piece together a window or a picture of where he may have gone.
Have you talked with Audrii's dad or family members?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
It's like an implied confession that he's involved.
At this time right now, he has not acknowledged that, whether or not she's made it, whether or not he dropped her off or she made it to the bus stop or not.
Has he admitted to leaving the house with her?
Yes.
Can you clarify that location where you're telling people to stay away from? It's called the Scenic Route, just the name of it, where it is?
It's off of the Scenic Loop. It's the, well, let me say this. It's in the Scenic Loop area there near Tigerville Park. If I say on national television, don't go to this specific location, kind of defeating my purpose. But I am saying that there are officers that's in the area who are instructing people or directing people away from those areas. Please work with those officers if they ask you to turn around or they ask you to go into another location while they would search those areas.
Sheriff, you mentioned that he admits to leaving with Audrii Cunningham, and now we know she's missing. What else do you need to charge her for a crime? The child is nowhere to be found.
Well, our thing is, and the district attorney's here, one of the things that we must do is that we must not jump to conclusions. We want to make sure that we take all the evidence that we have collected. Yes, he may have been the last person with her, and yes, she is missing at this time. But we want to make sure that whatever evidence that we collect and that we place
That was a good
on an
question,
affidavit
yeah.
today is going to be something that's going to hold up in the court later. It does us no good to prematurely charge him now, and then 3-4 months from now it get tossed out of court because we were moving too fast. So I ask you, please understand as we work carefully through this, because Audrey deserves this. She deserves
Yeah, but if
it.
you're sending him on a wild goose chase, again, that's a confession. Yes, why would he care? I mean,
her
you know,
voice
like,
to be heard.
he would be saying, I didn't do anything. I don't know anything.
We do that, and we do it the right way.
One of the cell phone techniques is called geo-tracking. Are y'all using geo-tracking?
I will say this, we are using every tool made available to us to be able to work cell phones and videos, video to be able to try to track his movements that morning.
Has any other person of interest come to fruition, and have they been eliminated?
There have been other persons that we have certainly have looked at, and at this point in time, we're not ruling anyone out. You know, at this point, we are still, it's an active investigation, and everybody's going to be looked at, everybody's going to be maintained until we can definitely say for sure either you are or you're not a party to this investigation.
What are the details about his aggravated assault charge that he's currently in jail for? Can you expand on that?
The details, what I can go to it on that it was an aggravated assault that took place August, I believe, and that in that investigation there were some.
It's not too loud. I can see it.
There was some circumstances that took place that would not
Your
allow
brain
us
doesn't work,
to be
is
able
what
to
the real
arrest
issue
him
is.
at that time, and he would not cooperate, would not basically lawyered up, would not talk with the investigators. But on I think Saturday, Friday night, whichever night he was arrested, he did make the statement to that offense, which at that point in time he was arrested for.
What was the offense? What is he accused of doing in that case?
It was aggravated assault. He assaulted another individual.
Okay.
Male, female?
Male.
We've also heard that he has, obviously a violent criminal history. There's also rumors out there that he has affiliation with the Aryan Brotherhood. Are you able to confirm that?
We have heard those same things, and we've been told that there is an affiliation with the Aryan Brotherhood. Those are some things that we will come back after we are able to get Audrey located, and we will tie those things down to prove whether or not
he's got a swastika.
affiliated or not.
Have you guys done a search for any evidence in the house, the RV, the home itself?
Those things have been done. Yes, ma'am.
Two more questions.
Have you talked with Audrey's dad or family members?
Yes.
Are they cooperating?
Very much so.
Can you expand a little bit more on the relationship between Audrey's family and him? I know you mentioned he lived in Audrey on their property, but were they friends prior, anything like that?
And for this to be our last question, the answer to your question is that
that's what I said,
basically the way it was explained to us is that he was a friend of the family, a friend of the father, and he was allowed to live there in a trailer behind the house, and he was a friend of the family's, and basically that's why he was there, allowed to live there. I appreciate what everyone has done. I appreciate your helping us get Audrey's story out there, and thank you so much for your diligence in this. And I ask you, as you continue to work with us and allow us to tell Audrey's story, allow us to work this investigation properly, and understand when it doesn't go or doesn't appear to go the way that you feel it should, trust us that we're getting it done, and we're trying our best to do it the right way. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your service and your officer service.
Thank you. It doesn't go or doesn't appear to go the way that you feel it should. Trust us that we're getting it done, and we're trying our best to do it the right way.
I kind of wanted to go back to the beginning, but might have to wait. What was the name of that road that they said? Like it was something, and oh wait, hold on. I'm too loud. Hold on a second. Alright, there we go. So the audio quality on The live stream was horrible. It was mono coming out of one side, not even mono, it was coming out of one side and also very low. So I boosted it up 12 and got it right inside the range that I'm talking right now, basically. And I think it sounded pretty good at that point. But you always got the complainer, whiner types that show up and bitch and moan and complain and cry like little babies. Go somewhere else then. You know what I mean? I did as best as I could with what we had available. All right. Thank you. Yeah, or maybe it's your system that sucked. You ever thought of that? Scenic Luke. Are you sure he said? I thought he said 77. Oh, is this it again? Oh no, that's at the end. That's them taking their stuff down. So you're saying it was 1037? Let me just see. Scenic Luke Livingston. Wow, so it was way up in this area? No, see, it was 77. There it is. 3277. That's exactly what I thought he had said, with a 77 at the end. So they're looking on this road right here. So that's interesting. They're looking right around. Let me just draw a line on it. So it could be that the backpack and all the other items were to head fake law enforcement. Yeah, that's where it ends right there. So that is the entire scenic loop right there. And I mean, it's sort of interesting because that's in the exact opposite direction, but that's why that makes some sense. And they're wanting to have video footage off of 3126 all along right here, look, because they want to see if yeah, man, that's really cool. Yeah. So they want video footage off of 3126, as they stated. Anybody with camera, and that's right by the house. So here's what they're looking for. I can just tell you based on what we just saw. He drove her that morning at 6:45, they said. And that means he came out just like this on a state drive and turned left on 3126. And they want anybody with cameras facing 3126 at all these different hours to come forward, and 3126 all the way along, continuing just like this around, and right here they believe this place 3277, there's interest here. And maybe, I don't know what happens right there, but at some of these spots you might be able to pull off and put her somewhere in the water. But it goes all the way around here. But they seem to not think that she's up here because they didn't ask for 2457. I think it's right in this area that they're interested in, right there. And they want cameras on 3126 that are filming it. That makes sense to everybody? I never get any of the comments in there like, oh yeah, wow, yeah, that makes sense. So anyways, they wanted camera footage off of 3126, which is right here. You come out, the only way to get out of a state road, or out of the area that they're on, is on a state road, and it puts you right onto 3126. Okay, now we know that they found the backpack Over here, however, they're not asking that, because they say that they have this area cordoned off. So when you take a look at it, you see from this area, a state road puts you onto 3126. That's the road that they wanted camera footage from. And then that brings you right around to the place that they have marked off, and they don't want people showing up there. So there you go. Okay, I just want to make sure that you guys are seeing what we're saying, because a lot of people are just chatting, yeah, yada, 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 and then they blow out the same question that we just said. So it sounds like that they have a pretty good idea that he started going this direction. And I bet you anything that they already have camera footage. They just want more footage off of 3126. And they might even have some footage over here on 3277. But, you know, it's a vehicle that looks like that, but they want more here to verify that that's his vehicle. All right, and so they think she's in this area here. Let me see what kind of... I mean, this is pretty good footage here, or like street view coverage anyway. This looks like a ramp right here. Goes right down to the water. Yeah, so I think this might, if that's open, it might not be. It looks like there's a gate sometime. But that goes right down, this road right here goes right down to this lake here. But that doesn't look like a place you'd put somebody, because they wouldn't make it out of there. That's probably somebody's private. So I don't know. A lot of people around here. Seems kind of stupid to do that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me mark this one differently. This is 3126. Yeah, so it's going to go right there. Okay, then I'm going to make another one. And this is going to be McDougal's route out of the area. I bet you went this way. A little less crowded. This way has a whole bunch of homes right on the road. So he went this way. There you go. So McDougal in the morning went like this. Law enforcement wants camera footage off of 3126. And today they have this area here cordoned off. So they want to make sure he's traveling here. But they think they see him on video, likely in this area here, and are searching. So, all right, I think that's where we're at, you guys. So I appreciate you guys all being here. I gotta go do something else now. But consider becoming a channel member. That also helps out the channel. M22, for God's sakes. And the rest of you, that'd be great. All right, we need as many channel members as possible. build the freak family up, because we actually look into cases. Sometimes, I mean, I don't always get to go. As a matter of fact, I almost, rarely get to go to the scenes because they're all over the country. But, I've been to a few, that are closer to me. And one, I drove all the way to Indiana from Oregon. But I went to Idaho twice now. I'll probably go there again at some point. But consider becoming a freak. All right? Okay, I'm 22. Okay. But anyways, thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys later this evening. And as I always say, everybody. Yeah, I know. But I don't know why you have to mention somebody's name. God. Oh, Jesus. That channel does conspiracy theory, nut job shit all day long. Yeah. That's all they talk about over there, ATS News, is conspiracy theory shit. They entertain it often, so I don't do that. But yeah, my theory is my theory is that McDougal set up the text message conversation, and I think that it's possible that he wanted to kill Cassie as well, and then it would look like that she abducted her daughter and just disappeared somewhere. But then maybe it didn't sound like he could get the video done, or however it worked. There's two different options. But regardless, the text message exchange is a ruse to implicate somebody else. Yep, 500,000. Yeah, we heard that around the thing. All right, thanks everybody. Thank you for being here. We will talk to you later this evening. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. Oh, and happy birthday, Timothy Cecil. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person
Evil can never be dead enough.
Crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector
is my nectar. Professor Gray is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector. Ammo is gonna be a protector. Fool of factor, interceptor. And I mean a spectre with a vector on his vector with a respector. Just remember, I have a temple fucking injection. I have no agenda. I'm a offender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender.
And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender.
Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody. Talk to you. Okay, everybody. Be safe out there.
Hey, see you guys later. Jay.
What's wrong with you, Mary Lou?
I don't know. I was just having so much fun.
Oh, you're so full of crap.
Oh, I know. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Mary Lou, man, what a poser, huh? All right, see you guys. Oh wait, I didn't say thanks to everybody. Thank you to Jiggy England, Papa Squatch, Danielle, Kim Berger, Stacy Cole, Jilly B. Bear's been a member for 24 months. Angel Fire, Sandy Shirley, Tawny Lee, Danielle, Pixie Blue, and Tanya M. All right. Thank you guys.